Hallo allemaal en welkom bij nog een episode van Erongo Talk. Mijn naam is Leandria Mouwers en vandaag kuier ons samen met julle hier van ons Swakopmund kantore bij Platz aan Meer. Soos gewoonlik bring ons vir julle die nuus, die weergetye, as ook Grampie se visvangverslag. In ons onderhoudsegment gesels ons met Martin Joseph, wat is die waarnemende onderwysinspekteur is vir Walvis Bay, en hy vertel ons 'n bietjie meer oor die huidige situasie van ons graad 8 en graad 1 leerders hier in Walvis Bay. So bly asseblief ingeskakel, ons is nou weer terug. En nou vir ons nuus. Raadslede van NATO Fishing Enterprises het beweringe ontken van mensenmishandel of verwante oortredings deur die maatskappy rakende die wette op marine hulpbronne, arbeid of immigrasie. Namibiese owerhede het laasweek beweer hulle het minstens 48 vermeende mensenhandel slagoffers van 2 Namibiese geregistreerde vaartuie gered. Die polisie sê aanklagte wat teen die maatskappy direkteure oorweeg word, is onder meer mensenhandel, oortreding van die arbeidswet, wet op immigrasiebeheer en marine hulpbronne as ook moontlike bedrog. Volgens die polisiewoordvoerder, adjunct-kommissaris Kauna Shikwambi, kan die saak tot Junie teruggespoor word. Toe Namibian Fisheries Observers met steun van die polisie die Namibiese geregistreerde vissersvaartuie betrap het waar hulle na bewering die wet op visserye en marine hulpbronne oortree het. 'n Ondersoek wat steeds aan die gang is, het onthul dat hierdie mense lang ure sonder rus gewerk het. Hulle is selfs gedwing om te werk terwyl hulle siek was. Daar was geen mediese beamptes aan boord nie en nie genoeg komberse nie, sê Shikwambi. Dit het gelei tot 'n ondersoek na vermeende mensenhandelslagoffers aan boord van die vaartuie MV Shangfu en Nata 2, beide in besit van NATO Fishing Enterprises. Die bemanning is gered en die 2 voertuie is as instrumente van vermoedelike misdaad geskit. Nou 'n lid van die maatskappy wat anoniem wil bly weens die erns van die aantuigings het aan NMH gesê: "Ons is eers op 1 September amptelik bewus gemaak van die ondersoek en die agterdog oor sekere wette wat dalk deur ons vaartuie oortree is. Ons beklemtoon graag dat ons bereidwillig was om enige owerhede by te staan in hulle huidige ondersoek. Ons vertrou die ondersoekprosedure sal sy loop neem en mettertyd ons onskuld bewys." Oor beweringe van bemanningslede wat sedert 2018 op die vaartuig vasgekeer is, het die bron gesê daar is lede wat in 2018 begin werk en hul kontrakte voltooi, huis toe gegaan en na 'n lang tyd weer teruggekom het omdat hulle dit geniet om op die vaartuie te werk. Een bemanningslid het volgehou het 'n beter lewensgehalte op ons vaartuig as by sy huis en het ook die inkomste nodig. Hy wou nie terugkeer huis toe tydens die pandemie nie en het soos ander bemanningslede sy verblyf op ons vaartuig verleng. Almal het die vryheid om te besluit wat hulle wil doen, het die bron verduidelik. Die mishandeling van ons bemanning is streng verbode. Ons verseker dat hulle al die toerusting, voeding en leeftoestande het waar hulle nodig het om gesond te wees en om op hul beste te presteer. Ons vaartuie voldoen aan HACCP, wat beteken ons het inspeksies geslaag, wat sertifiseer dat ons lewensomstandighede en die verwerkingsgebiede aan die Europese Unie se veiligheidsstandaarde voldoen, het hy gesê. Al ons bemanning ondergaan ook mediese ondersoeke voordat hulle vaartuig uitvaar om te verseker dat hulle gesond genoeg is om hulle pligte te verrig. Maar as jy graag meer wil lees, kan jy gaan na ons webwerf, dit is www.erongo.com.na, waar hierdie bron alle aantuigings verduidelik. En tweedens, die Walvis Bay Munisipale Raad het 'n plan goedgekeur om onwettige strukture, bedrywighede en grondgebruik te verwyder van grond wat deur munisipale raad besit word en grond wat vir strate en openbare oop ruimte doeleindes gereserveer is. Nou volgens raadlid Richard Haupt, die voorsitter van die bestuurskomitee, het 'n kennisgewing aan alle onwettige bewoners en bedrywighede binne Walvis Bay tot 30 Maart 2022 gegee om alle onwettige aktiwiteite te staak en enige onwettige struktuur op munisipale eiendom reg deur die dorp te ontruim en of te verwyder. Nou hierdie het gemengde menings gegenereer van die publiek deur sosiale media. Nou hierdie kennisgewing is vir 2 opeenvolgende weke in Februarie 2022 in 'n plaaslike koerant gepubliseer en aangesien die oortreders amptelik gewaarsku is dit nou tyd om hulle individueel in kennis te stel in ooreenstemming met die statutêre bepalings. Nou die plan was dus dan goedgekeur is as volg. Die munisipaliteit beoog om Farm 37 en ander geïdentifiseerde hertoewysingsgebiede voor te berei. Nou interne konsultasie sal gevolg word deur openbare konsultasie met oortreders insluitende duigene wat onwettige water aan die oortreders verskaf om hulle in te lig oor die intredingskennisgewings en ander opsies wat aan hulle beskikbaar is om hulle aktiwiteite en strukture elders te wettig. Nou kennisgewings sal aan oortreders uitgereik word om aktiwiteite te staak en die strukture binne 28 dae te verwyder. Dit sal gevolg word deur die onkoppeling van waterdienste wat gelewer word by die eiendomme waar eienaars onwettig water verskaf aan getekende onwettige grondgebruike en sulke aktiwiteite. En dit sal binne 28 dae ook uitgereik word. Sodra hierdie 28 dae verby is, sal die Hooggeregshof beraadslaag word om 'n hofbevel uit te ken en dit sal gevolg word deur die verwydering van hierdie strukture. Maar gaan geloer gerus daar op ons webwerf, dis www.erongo.com.na of te sien of jy dalk hierdie wetsoortredings oortree. En dan ten laaste, die omgewingsbeleggingsfonds van Namibië het 3 osmosis eenhede, dit is mini ontsout aanlegte oorhandig wat by die 3 Daurius gemeenskapswaterpunte geïnstalleer moet word, naamlik Farm Vrede, Goeie Gelukpos en Santa Mapos. Hierdie tegnologies gevorderde fasiliteite sal grootliks bydra tot die verbetering van gemeenskapsbestaan van die gemeenskappe by hierdie 3 plase. Die EEF se rol is 'n nasionale entiteit wat verantwoordelik is vir die mobilisering van fondse en om te belê in gemeenskapsprojekte soos hierdie en is van kardinale belang om die ernstige behoeftes van gemeenskappe in landelike gebiede aan te spreek. Nou die beleggingsfonds het die loodsprojek ten bedrag van 1 miljoen Namibiese dollar uit sy eie hulpbronne gefinansier wat daarop gemik is om die water by die 3 gemeenskapse waterpunte te versag en dit geskik te maak vir menslike verbruik en besproeiingsdoeleindes. Neville Andre, die gouverneur van Erongo, het vertroue uitgespreek met dat die nuwe watersversagtingsstelsels maklike toegang tot water sal verseker, maar ook dien 'n doeltreffende en gereelde watervoorsieningsstelsel vir die hele gemeenskap. Maar soos ek al reeds gesê het, gaan loer gerus daar op ons webwerf, dis www.erongo.com.na. Stuur ons ook julle nuustips. Dit is newstips@erongo.com.na. So bly asseblief ingeskakel vir ons onderhoud. Ons is nou weer terug. Mr. Martin, enrollment is basically completed for grade 1, grade 8. Can you perhaps just tell us what's the current situation in terms of our grade 1s and grade 8s here in the Walvis Bay circuit?
Well, Walvis Bay have not changed. The usual trend is still persisting. That is the point where you have more people still seeking for enrollment in those two grades, grade 8 and grade 1. Although our grade 1 enrollment has been completed, of course, we have managed to enroll 1,070 learners or children for grade 1 for 2023 academic year. But then we have realized that we still have parents who are knocking at our door, and the second week of August, we were then doing the what we call record keeping, just to find out how many children are still out there who are not yet enrolled for grade 1. So we came out with a figure of 440 children who are still in need of placement. Our schools have reached the carrying capacity, and our classrooms are overcrowded. We are still looking forward to see what is next and how will we accommodate the 440. For grade 8, this year we are having a lot of grade 7 learners, and the secondary school could only accommodate 1,012 of them. 444 have not yet been allocated to a secondary school. And the secondary schools that have taken up the 1,012 have reached beyond mention their carrying capacity. So we are still looking into how are we going to be able to accommodate these 444 learners for grade 8 for 2023 academic year. So as I said, Walvis Bay have not changed. It's still the same. But then the 444 grade 7 who could not be placed for grade 8 is the highest record since ever. So that tells you that this is a complete secondary school on its own. And the 440 for grade 1 tells you it's a complete primary school on its own. So we are still hopeful, as we have been, and we are working tirelessly day and night to see how best we can assist the community.
So the main way we can challenge or tackle this challenge is to build a primary school and a secondary school for
Definitely. There's no any other hope.
Now, would you like to call on private sector to maybe get involved and assist the government to build a primary or secondary school, or who would you say would be?
There is a common call that easily one can say that please, if there's anybody out there who really feel he can come in and assist, we won't even let bypass, because there is something that we will definitely embrace with our all two arms. We need classrooms, and we also need land. It's also another thing we can start with there. Land to construct classrooms, and then finance to construct classrooms, so that we can have at least this 84 learners accommodated. So it's a complete school.
Exactly, sir.
Yes.
Exactly. Now, we had a handover of donation of textbooks. Aside from the lack of textbooks at schools, what are the challenges our schools facing here in Walvis Bay?
Challenges are many at schools, just like anywhere else. Textbooks are one, exercise books are another, chairs are another need and challenges. Desks are also things that we are struggling with, and as you just rightly mentioned, we are calling on every individual, every Namibian, to see if you can get somewhere, grab a chair, give it to a certain school, grab 2 desks and drop it at a certain school. We will appreciate that. So remember, education cannot only be taken care of by the government. All of us have to play a role. And therefore, I'm challenging this time around.
Yes.
I'm challenging every Namibian out there to come on board and make sure that our Namibian children are educated in a community that is conducive, in a community that is inviting for anybody else to love to attend school in Namibia. our classrooms are over the top, 40s. Some are close to 50. One classroom is because of lack of space. So if anybody out there, really, as I said earlier, it's willing and can afford, I challenge those people to come on board.
Awesome. Now, sir, in terms of grade 11 and AS level, how is our schools doing?
These are things that we just started, but I'm not worried about that. Our teachers are hard at work. School principals are committed, and everybody else. And the results were okay. They're okay, given that it's the first time that they wrote this. So I'm hoping for tops this year.
Oh, awesome. You're also
You
hoping
have
for
learned
that.
that one of the top learners is from our second, remember that?
Yes, exactly.
So why can't we do that now next year again for this academic year at least to have like 5 learners in top 10 AS. So I'm not worried.
Acting Inspector, please give a message to your fellow colleagues, your teachers, and also to the learners.
Simple words. Never give up. The challenge that you are facing now is a test for your ability. If you can go past this challenge, if you can stand up that morning and say, yes, I'm going to face that and I'm going to make it through. Make these challenges as the stepping stone to our success. The educational success depends on us all. Failure is very expensive. Once we fail to do something, to rectify that, it's gonna cost a lot, even if not money. Then there's a lot of time that will need to be spent on that, and a lot of efforts to rectify the failing part. So let us not think of failing, but rather use the challenges as the stepping stone for us to reach our success. And of course, if we are united for a purpose, definitely Walvis Bay Second will be top.
Oh yes. For the learners, is that the same message?
Learners, the other time I spoke to the learners, I gave them 3 challenges.
Yes.
I'm not going to pass those 3 challenges today, but then all I will tell them is only that when I was a young boy, my parent used to tell me that remember that everyone else that you are meeting at school or elsewhere come from a different house with different rules and different ways of doing things. So you are from your house where you are coming from, and you know what your house means. So do the right thing. Don't regret later. Otherwise, it's also very expensive and sometimes impossible to undo the time that you waste. So I don't want any learner to waste any time.
Thank you, sir.
Got me feeling fresh. Got me feeling fresh. Got me feeling fresh.
And now we bring you Grumpy's fishing report. Now, there was some terrific fish caught this past week. Now, Charity Moody had fun and landed a monster galjoen, as well as steenbra and a big spotty. Not to be outdone, her brother Ray caught his first cow shark. He used mackerel as bait and added some cutlets to the head. To catch a cow shark, one needs to use a steel trace as they have razor-sharp teeth. These sharks often swim in shallow waters, so they can easily be targeted by shore anglers that don't cast the bait out very far. Fun can thus be had by inexperienced anglers too. Mile 14 is yet again the winner this past week, providing anglers with some kob, galjoen and blacktail. Mile 32 produced some pan-sized fish, and Mile 72 also gave the anglers some action, with especially some steenbra caught in the area. Even the ski boats landed some good fish. Local tour operator Mark Hoffman reported that the cobber on the bite at mile 17. He caught some decent cob ranging from just size to about 4 kilograms. The first ski boats also headed out to search for the first snook. The anglers found that the delicacy have not arrived yet, but that could change any day. I cannot wait to braai a snook, says Grumpy. Add some garlic butter and apricot jam to your butter and brush the snook with that. It tastes amazing on a braai. Now, there was a Coastal League competition hosted at mile 8 this past week. Some good-sized spotties were caught. Koenie Steyn caught the 13-kilogram cob at mile 6 and released the fish again. Next weekend, the interclub competition will be held at mile 8. Let us hope that the sharks will be on the bite as anglers come from all over the country to partake in this competition. About 200 anglers are expected. It looks like the water will be calm this weekend with little to no wind predicted during the mornings. This could maybe be a time to test the northern beaches like Canopy and Warang Bay. Maybe even the Winston Wreck will provide some good fish. So until next time, it's tight lines.
Platz Meer is a landmark on the coastline of Namibia, a home to quality shops and quality restaurants, a select variety of fashion and food retailers, as well as banks, not to mention the pier with 36 luxury apartments and entertainment for the whole family. Find us at corner of Tabaret and Albatross Street, Vineta North, Swakopmund. Call us on 064 462 242. Visit platzamir.com.na or at Platzamir on Facebook. Platzamir, enhancing your coastal experience.
Ongelukkig bring hierdie ons aan die einde van vandag se episode van Erongo Talk, maar julle kan gerus gaan loer daar op ons webwerf, dis www.erongo.com.na. Dis www.erongo.com.na. Julle kan ons ook volg op Facebook, Twitter en op Instagram, of julle kan in kontak kom met ons by 0811 7040. Dit is 0811 7040 op beide WhatsApp en op Telegram. Laat weet ons waar julle Erongo Talk wil sien of wie julle graag op Erongo Talk wil sien. Kontak ook daardie nommer 081740 as julle graag op hierdie platform wil adverteer. Julle kan ons ook kry aanlyn, dit is op oneup2.com of kry ons op televisie. Dit is DStv kanaal 285 en GoTV kanaal 94. So tot 'n volgende keer, wees asseblief veilig, geniet julle se dag. Totsiens.